Hi again, and today we're going to talk about something we don't really talk about much, and that is the animated brush timeline. Now, an animated brush is just like a regular custom brush, except it has multiple frames of that brush. You can create this in many ways. One is to make an animation and then use the Alt key while picking up a custom brush with the custom brush selector. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to build one from scratch. I'll start with a media that we already have. It's just a single Bungie ball image, and I'll show that to you by going to Store and Manage a Copy under the brush menu, and you can see that. I'll click Show Film Strip, and you can see that's only one frame in there. Now what we can do is go ahead and add some frames to that. I'll just click on Add Frame a number of times. And I can now scroll through this, and we can see we have just the same number of frames over and over again. Alright, but that does give us an animated brush. Now let's go to the brush timeline. Way down here in animated brush / animated brush timeline. And here's the tool. And you can see we have a few things here. We have a source channel and a destination channel. There's nothing in the destination channel because we haven't rendered anything yet. The source channel is just the brush that we just made. Let's see. Here we have a number of filters. We can, of course, scale this window and so forth and so on. Today I'm just going to use hue, saturation, and value. And there's a timeline here. With a scrub bar, I'm going to go to the start of the timeline, and I'll change the hue all the way down and create a keyframe. Now I'll go to the end of the timeline and put the hue all the way up and create a keyframe. And there's a little quirk there for some reason. I'm going to create a keyframe on the second to last step there. But that should work fine. A little bit of quirk in there. It's an older plugin. So let's click render. You can see it cycles through that hue. We have the correct number of frames here in the destination. That's what we just rendered. And as you can see, we can now paint with that, and we have changed the hue of that brush. Now we can continue to add filters to this. But if we do that, it's going to overwrite that destination channel. So what we can do, go to Options and say keep render, or there's also a button here that says keep render. If I do that, it will put that render back into the source, and now we can continue to work on this, and it won't overwrite that source that we just created. So say we wanted to blur this or something, I don't know. We can do that and then render it and so forth, just one step after another. In fact, I'll go ahead and render that, and we'll see what it looks like. Well, it looks like that, but blurry. So there you go. That is the custom brush timeline. Thanks for watching. We can talk about this more later, but we'll do that at some point in the future. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks again, and talk to you later.